Monica, and I'm an actress and an English teacher. And today I am going to show you a very fun and interesting tool. These are called the Lunio Story Cards, and they are particularly useful for English teaching purposes. So let's start with the first game that you can do with these cards. The simplest one is just to show and to teach vocabulary for the different images. There are 52 different images. Each card has a different silhouette and there's 4 different colors. So you can use them for vocabulary, for younger children maybe colors, and even numbers. Okay, this is a really fun game. I called it Chinese Bazaar. There's a story behind this because in Spain, that's where I live, there's a lot of different shops that are managed by Chinese people, and some of them have a hard time speaking Spanish, or they're not really familiar, or they just don't speak Spanish very well. So sometimes you go to the shop and you ask for something and they don't know exactly what you mean. Or sometimes it happens a lot in any language that you go to the shop and you don't know, and you don't remember the name of the thing that you want. So I created this game for also vocabulary and finding your way out of a situation where you don't remember the exact vocabulary word, but you have to explain what you mean. So the teacher is the manager at this Chinese shop, and the student, you give the student a card of their choice. So you go like this, they pick a card, and you can't see it, of course. And then they have to come to the shop, and this is like a role play, so there's a lot of theater and acting involved. Okay, so they come to the shop, and you pretend to be the shop assistant. So they have to explain what they want without using the word that's on the card or anything related to it. So, for example, now I'm going to change roles so that you can see what I mean. Now I'm going to be the student, and I'm going to, now you see the card. So you can start with the role play even and say, "Hi, hello, good afternoon. I'm trying to buy something, but I can't remember the name of it. It's an object that it's made of sometimes plastic or sometimes many years ago it was maybe metal. It was very heavy, and it's used for a particular purpose, like to communicate with people." And then as the shop assistant, you would be like, "Oh yes, it's a telegraph," or something like this. You have to pretend that you don't know, even if you know what they are trying to explain. It's just a game, so you have to pretend that you don't know. So the student would say, no, it's not that. So then they continue explaining and giving options. So it's a thing that people have at their houses, but maybe nowadays these kind of object doesn't exist anymore in the houses. It used to be in my grandmother's house, but now it doesn't exist. Oh, yes. And you say, "A toaster." No, it's not a toaster because you don't use it to communicate. Okay, so anyway, so you can make it really long or really short as you wish. But the point is for the student to try to communicate what they want without using the word that is given here. So she couldn't use cell phone or call or anything that is related to this image. So it's another way of practicing and having fun. So there are many things you can do with these cards. Endless possibilities. So don't forget, Lunio Story Cards. You can get them at many places. They were created in 2010 and they are fantastic for language learning, for creativity, developing stories, for theater. For many teachers use them. I use them for both English classes and also for theater, for improv, to develop memory, for younger children to learn colors, numbers, simple vocabulary words. They're easy to carry with you. You can always have them in your pocket, and I highly recommend these Lunio Story Cards.